Joining me now on the Women's Basketball Podcast is Louisville head coach Jeff Walz. How's the offseason?
Fantastic. Lots of basketball internationally, travel, spending time with family. It's been good.
I wanted to ask you, I've talked to a couple of coaches about this, the way it feels like this year in particular, with rev share coming online, that there have been more international recruits coming over. But there is also this piece of it that, depending on what country the players are coming from, there's been some visa issues and stuff. How have you seen international recruiting kind of change?
Well, I don't think international recruiting has changed. Mm-hmm. I think more international players are willing now to listen to coming over here because of rev share, because of the fact now they can earn passive income, where in the past they would stay at home, the real good ones, because they wanted to sign that professional contract. So I think it's just opened up the doors for more international players.
Yeah. You have several newcomers this year, 6 of them. Transfers, some freshmen. One of the big ones is Laura Ziegler, who a lot of teams wanted in the portal. You guys get her at Louisville. What have you seen from her so far this offseason? How does she help your team?
Well, she's such a hard worker, can score the basketball. She rebounds it, very high basketball IQ, a really good passer. And just that kid who comes to practice every day. She's got a great attitude. You would never know what's going on in her personal life.
Sure.
When she comes to work, it's work. And then she'll sit down and talk to you afterwards, tell you what's going on, how she's doing. But she's got that maturity about her of, hey, this is my job. It's basketball. I love it. And when I come, I'm ready to work. And it's priceless. So she has been a joy to work with, and I think our fans are really going to like watching her.
Yeah, you brought Tosh here today to ACC Tipoff. What have you seen from her? How has she kind of grown in the offseason? What kind of step forwards can she take this season?
Well, I think Taj is really excited about another start. You've got your freshman year when nobody really knows, okay, what are they going to do? What can they do? We knew what kind of high school player she was. What she do in the summer? She had a really good freshman year, and now it's out there. They know who you are. You're not going to surprise anyone. That's why I always say your sophomore years. It's a new start.
Sure.
Because now there is nobody knows about me. They're
now we got the tape.
Now they're prepared. So she's really worked hard this off season to make sure she's continued to work on her ball handling, her shooting, pull-up jump shot, being able to finish with contact. Those things I think are going to be very, very important to her because she's not going to get a ton of just wide-open shots. Mm-hmm. And then as I've talked to her, you had Jada Curry last year who took a lot of the attention from the other team's best defenders.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be on her. So that's why it was so important for her to make that step.
Yeah.
From freshman to sophomore.
You've been in the ACC for a long time now. The ACC tournament is moving. It's going to Georgia this year. And next year it'll be here in Charlotte. What are your thoughts on just seeing the tournament move around and stuff? Is the ACC, you think, ready to kind of try out some?
Yeah. We had a great time in Greensboro, But I think for our fans, I think they're excited about a possible change and seeing something. And we'll get back to Greensboro.
Yeah.
So I do. I think, being down in the Atlanta area for this season and here in Charlotte next, it just also gives your fan base something new.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because it's the one thing, if your team's not playing, and you still want to stay in the area, if it's someplace new, it's like, okay, we can stay for 2 or 3 days.
Sure.
Sightsee, do different things. Because, I know what everybody says, but they should go to every game. They're not going to. They're going to go to the games that are important to them, and then they're going to want to enjoy the city that the tournament is being played in.
Yeah. I'll get you out of here on this one.
Oh, you're good.
Hit TV. There's been a lot of talk about NCAA tournament expansion. Should it grow? Should it stay the way it is? If it grows, by how much? Where do you kind of stand on all that?
I think it's fine where we are.
Yeah.
I don't think they really care what I think, to be completely honest. But it's if you keep expanding, where are you expanding to? What are you going to expand to? Are you going to add more non-power 4 and 5s, or are you just now going to have 13 from one league?
Yeah.
Like that's where the discussion to me should go. The NCAA tournament, it's not the best 68 teams,
Right.
because you do have automatic qualifiers, and not that they aren't deserving of it, but that's not what the NCAA tournament ever was.
Sure.
So it's if you expand it, how are you going to expand it? And there's always going to be somebody on the bubble. I don't care if you go to 150. There's going to be school 151.
Right.
So how far do you go? I don't know. That's just my question.
Just to follow up with the one kind of concern that I've heard from some coaches is like, all right, you guys just got units in women's college basketball for the tournament. If you expand the tournament, do those slices of pie for the units get smaller? And like, I think that might be a concern. And like, we just got this investment.
Right.
We don't want to see it shrink if you add more teams.
No, I think that's a valid point. I mean, it's at the end of the day, how substantial are the units?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's the next thing that has to be looked at. Of okay, what is in the grand scheme of things, what is that unit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how valuable is it? Can it become more valuable? I think those are the things that are important to women's basketball. And like you said, if you continue to expand it, it's going to shrink.
Sure. All right. Louisville coach Jeff Walz here with us on the Women's Basketball Podcast. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck this season.
I appreciate it.
I'll see you guys around.
No, thanks, man. I'm great.
TV time.